know if it still is here. If we can do it. There we go. Yep. Hey guys, it's Adam aka Swimming Bird, and welcome to The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D. Last time we managed to stop the moon from crashing down, thanks to the Horn Karina of Time, but now we can finally turn back into normal Link after being stuck as a scrub. Nice try there, little puppy. So let's go see the Happy Mask Salesman. There he is, that magnificent little creep. How you doing, buddy? He promised to help us if we got our ocarina back, so hopefully he will. Were you able to recover your precious item from that imp? Whoa, whoa, no need to choke a scrub. Oh, you got it, you got it, you got it, you got it. We did. Then listen to me. Where did that organ come from? It just popped out of nowhere. Please play this song that I'm about to perform and remember it well. It's got this giant organ. He's only using like 3 keys. And then the background, the Stone of Truth, wibbling and wobbling around. I'm not going to use that thing though. We know where we're headed. So this is a very important song in the game. It is called the Song of Healing, and it's going to help lift this curse. We're going to finally be a little boy again with our sword and our shield, ready to adventure. But for now, we don't feel that good. Oh, jeez. We're going on a crazy trip here, and waving goodbye to this creepy nightmare fuel, this giant Deku scrub of our dreams. See ya later, buddy. But not for too long. We're going to actually be able to use this power. We don't have to abandon our scrub form forever. We have it now in the form of a new mask, and masks are very important in this game. We're going to get a lot of them, as you could tell from the title. This is a melody that heals evil magic and troubled spirits, turning them into masks. I'm sure it will be of assistance to you in the future. So we've got our first mask. Ah yes, I give you this mask in commemoration of this day. Fear not, for the magic has been sealed inside the mask. When you wear it, you will transform into the shape you just were. When you remove it, you will return to normal. So now we have the power of the Deku, without all of the stigma of being a Deku all the time. You got the Deku mask to keep as a memento. Wear the mask to inhabit the body of a Deku, take it off to return to normal. So there we go. We're going to be getting a ton of masks throughout the game. I think there's 24. Now I have fulfilled my promise to you. So please give me that which you promised me. Uh-oh. We didn't hold up our end of the bargain. We could not beat the Skull Kid and get Majora's Mask back. Don't tell me. My mask. You did get it back, didn't you? His mood changes. Ah! This is such a creepy cutscene. Just a kid being strangled by a grown man in the shadows. Oh, what have you done to me? If you leave my mask out there, something terrible will happen. He's freaking out. So we're going to get a little backstory on Majora's Mask. Man, this guy's mood can change on a dime. The mask that was stolen from me, it is called Majora's Mask. It's an accursed item from legend and is said to have been used by an ancient tribe in its hexing rituals. I know it's cursed, but I really want one in real life. They're awesome looking. It is said that an evil and wicked power is bestowed upon the one who wears that mask. And it seems like the Skull Kid has been consumed by it, unfortunately. According to legend, the troubles caused by Majora's Mask were so great that the world was lit on fire. There's a glimpse of what happens when the moon hits. The Ancient Ones, fearing such catastrophe, sealed the mask in shadow forever, preventing its misuse. But now that the tribe from the legend has vanished, so no one really knows the true nature of the mask's power. We can only imagine if it can make the moon crash down, but I feel it. I went to great lengths to get that legendary mask. When I finally had it, I could sense the doom of a dark omen brewing. It was that unwelcome feeling that makes your hair stand on end. And now, that imp has it. I'm begging you. You must get that mask back quickly, or something horrible will happen. I'm begging you. You must do it. Alright, buddy, we will. Just stop freaking out. Really? You'll do it for me? I was certain you would tell me that. Oh my, I nearly forgot. While you were gone, I found one of these. It appears to be one of those fancy notebooks the local brats carry around. Perhaps the imp dropped it. I have no use for things like this, so please consider it a gift. I insist. No, really, take it. Use it. Now. Only good things could come of it. So normally, in the old game, we would get this later when we talked to Jim, the leader of the Bombers, but now we have gotten the Bombers notebook. It allows us to keep track of events and people's schedules, and we can kind of record all of the different side quests and happenings around Clocktown. It'll help us. Now, we even recorded the secret code to the Bombers headquarters, so we don't have to remember that. I almost forgot it right after we got it last time. From now on, events you see and people's schedules will be added to your notebook automatically. Hopefully, you'll find it useful. It will be very useful. I'm confident you'll have no trouble handling the most urgent matter of this menacing mask. The fate of this land rests in your capable hands. You'll be fine. Surely you can do it. Believe in your strengths. Believe. He can alternate between inspiring and just super creepo. And my neck is hurting from that cutscene. Let's move on. That mask. The Skull Kid uses the power of that mask to do terrible things. Well, whatever it takes, we've got to do something about it. The swamp, mountains, ocean, and canyon that Tail were trying to tell us about. I bet he was referring to the 4 areas just outside town. There's one in each compass direction. But what do you suppose he meant by the 4 who are there? I have no idea. He always skips important stuff. I guess we should just go and find out. If we go through that gate straight ahead, we'll be headed to the direction of the swamp. Alright, so that's the first area we need to head to, but before we do, I wanted to do some things around Clocktown. And the puppy does not hate us anymore. We can pick him up and just take him with us. He's so cute. I'll give him to the Deku scrub there. The puppy does not hate little boys, apparently. Now that we're Link, though, we can do so much in town, but the first thing I want to do, I'm going to grab my ocarina, and if you're stressed about the game, this is something you want to do immediately after you get the Song of Time. So the normal Song of Time goes like this. YLR, but if you play it backwards, RLY, there we go, the inverted Song of Time. So normally Pierre the Scarecrow would tell you this stuff, but this is a little easier just to do it immediately while you can. The inverted Song of Time will actually slow time down, making the game a lot less stressful. So definitely do this every time you start a new cycle, and it'll make it so you can complete dungeons with ease. There's another song you can do as well. If you play each note double, so it's YYLLRR. This is the Song of Double Time. And normally in the old Majora's Mask it would let you skip ahead 12 hours in the day to either night or morning. But in this one you can actually pinpoint an exact hour to go to. We're not going to use it right now because we don't want to speed up. But it is much more powerful in this remake. You can just skip ahead to whatever time you want, so it's really cool. Let's skip across here though on water and grab that ferry, but first we got to put on our new Deku mask so I can jump across easy. I'm gonna put on my button, X button. Here we go. Oh jeez, this is also creepy. So yeah, the transformation can be a little scary there. Alright, let's do some skipping. Grab that stray fairy, because if you guys remember, the Great Fairy said that she would help us out once we get back to our normal form. So there we go. Let's turn back here and get that cursed mask off. Well, after you transform, you can see that cutscene, but most people don't want to watch it every time. So if you double tap the button to put your mask on, you can actually skip it. So I'll just do it really fast here and take it off real fast. There we go. So that's how that works. But yeah, now that we've slowed time down, the game is a lot less stressful. We can kind of take a bit of time to just navigate town and see what's going on. You want to look around town and talk to people all the time because you'll find a lot of very interesting things and side quests to do. That's one of the big hooks of this game, I feel like, above a lot of other Zelda games. The characters, they do a lot more. They move around. The world is very dense and with a lot to do in such a small area here. Oh, I almost forgot. Do you remember what the Great Fairy said? She promised to give us something good, so let's go see what it is. That's where we're headed over here, to North Clocktown. There's Jim. So yeah, normally you would have to go into the Bomber's headquarters again and then come out and Jim would say, hey, how did you get in there? We never told you the password, since he did in the last cycle. Every time you reset time, everyone forgets who you are, so it's kind of funny, but you get to retain all the knowledge and most of the big items that you get, so it's kind of cool repeating and learning more about the world. But they just had the Happy Mask salesman give us the Bomber's notebook to make it a little quicker. Alright, so the Great Fairy is back to her creepy self. She's gonna give us something good. Oh, Tattle and you, kind young one. Thank you for returning my broken and shattered body to normal. I'm the Great Fairy Magic. Please allow me to ease your weariness as a token of my gratitude. So yeah, last time we got a magic meter, so we could shoot little snot bubbles from our snoot. But now, aw, Link looks really cute floating there. He kind of looks like the Skull Kid, though, where he's floating, using some magic. Oh, kind young one, scattered through the 4 temples of this land are more stray fairies, which belong to great fairies who are broken, just as I was. Please find a way to save them and return them to their fountains. Surely they will add to your strength. Allow me to grant you something good, so that the stray fairies will not fear you. Ugh. A creepy doll face for you to cosplay as me. You got the Great Fairy's mask. Stray fairies will fly to you when you wear it. You'll know they're close if your hair shimmers. So yeah, I think the hair actually like points towards them. It's really weird, but you want to try to collect them in the temples, because if you get all 15 in each of the dungeon areas, you can get some nice items like a double magic meter and even a more powerful sword. Come see me whenever your quest has made you weary. Ugh, creepy laugh, and she's gone. Alright, so we got our second mask already. I'm going to try to collect a few masks before we head out into the world, but we got our Great Fairy mask. Looking, oop, wrong mask there. I want to put this one on. There we go. I transitioned right into it. Look how creepy this is. Ugh. And the hair flies around. So yeah, most masks you can put them on and off super quick. This handful of transformation masks, like the Deku mask, take a little bit more. And we could get into that area over there. That's actually a special place for Deku. It's like they don't want to walk around town normally because people don't seem to like them, but they have their own little hideout. But we'll do that later. I want to try to go over here, and if you guys saw up in that tree, there's something special we can grab now that we can actually climb. Those little shaky bushes are important too, but right now we can't grab them or do something special with them. This is the worst playground in the world. Look, you have to climb up onto these pillars, jump across, just a ride on the slide over here, but we're not going to the slide. We want to get to this and hop over to the tree. There we go, and we got our second heart piece there. If we go back, maybe I can ride the slide back down. That'll be fun. Here we go, down the slide. But yeah, how is that slide supposed to be accessible to children? Not very safe. Okay, so let's do some other stuff while we're in town. Bombers headquarters is over here, and now that we have that notebook, we're an official member of the Bombers. So we can kind of go around and just help people out. That's why we have those little side quests and things that are going to pop up every time we talk to people. And also, the little bombers, these guys, you'll be so happy to talk to me. What's going on? Oh, a bomber's notebook, so you're part of the club, eh? In that case, let me give you some helpful information to get you going. Apparently the Swordsman School gives out a cool prize to students who master the art of the blade or whatever. You should try for it. So every time you talk to the bombers, I think each day all of the bombers will give you a little hint about something that you should do, so it makes it a little easier to figure out some of these side quests. In the old game, the notebook was not as detailed. Whoa, didn't mean to jump like that. The notebook was not as detailed with some of this stuff. It did help out, but now it's a lot easier to figure out what you're trying to do, and you don't have to look stuff up as much. You just gotta talk to people, and it'll help you out. So let's do a little roll jump. There we go, that's what we want to do. And if I walk along here, we can kind of jump through, climb up here. This is a very good secret. Every time you start out your 3-day cycle, you kind of want to go up here on top of the shooting gallery. There's something very nice hidden, and this will refill every time you reset time, because remember, everything gets reset pretty much. So we just got a silver rupee worth 100 rupees. I'm pretty happy. Oh, let me see. There's a glitch in this game, and I don't know if it still is here. If we can do it. There we go. Yep. So if you jump into a cutscene like that, that's the easiest one to do, I think. If you jump off the roof, you'll actually fall through the ground. We just went through the stairs. It's cool that some of the little fun glitches are still in the game. I think they left a lot of them in so that people can still do stuff like speedrunning things. Let's talk to the postman. He's another important character. I'm currently on the job. If I stop to talk, it will disrupt my schedule. We're going to add him to our notebook as well. You'll notice people are moving a bit slower right now because we have the song of, you know, the inverted time song is going. So people will move a little slower than they normally would. I'm going to deposit these rupees. He's going to check my stamp here. If you remember, in the other timeline, in last time we went through the cycle, we had 52 rupees and I deposited. So as a kid, I always was confused by the bank. I think I just assumed that for some reason the bank was like immune to time travel. If you put your money there, then it would stay there. But you know what I realized is that Link is a little thief. He actually is pretty much stealing other people's money. So we get that stamp put on our hand and it tells him how much money we have. But because we're going back in time, that money doesn't exist, but we still have the stamp. So we're taking money from other people's accounts basically, which is crazy. Here's another important character. Bother, I'm busy. We're going to add him to the notebook as well. He's going to go to the mayor's office. That's where I was headed. This is Gorman, the troop leader. He's a stubborn man with a snarly face and flashy clothes. And if you've played Ocarina of Time, you'll recognize this guy as Ingo. He was one of the farmhands at Lon Lon Ranch, but he's kind of gone up a little bit in the world in this one. He's I don't know, he's a performer. I guess it's better than a hand for a ranch. Welcome, do you have some business? The room on the left is the mayor's room. Sounds like they're having some kind of meeting, I think. The room on your right is the drawing room, and it's also Madame Aroma's office. Don't go in there without an appointment. the lady will get mad at you. We're gonna go see Madame Aroma real quick, because I think she's got something else for us as well. I'm gonna try to gather a few things in this episode. The next time we'll go out into Termina Field. Hey, another new character, and this is the first Zora that we're meeting. Hello, are the friends damp lately? That's the greeting used among us, Zora. Oh, forgive me, I'm Toto, manager of the Indigogos. I'm out of business cards, so a Zora greeting will have to do. The Indigogos is a popular group that we Zora are so proud of. They put out a lot of songs. One of their hits is Ballad of the Windfist. You know that song, don't you? Huh, you don't? Really? Even one that famous? You're living under a rock, kid? You'll be able to hear it if the show wasn't cancelled. It's such a shame. So it sounds like the Indigogos, a very famous Zora band, they've had their concert cancelled. Probably because of the moon gonna crash down. Don't want to risk a band being killed, so the manager's pretty smart. Oh dear, are you on a field trip? Or are you the expert person finder I hired? Oh yes, I say, you have that face of a pro. The characteristics of a person I want you to find. Yes, I know them. The person I want you to locate is my son, Cafe. You know him, don't you? You don't, really? He disappeared about a month ago. It's terrible. I'm so worried. I can't get food down my throat and I've lost 5 pounds. You haven't anything, though? Oh dear. Well, could you look for him? Oh my, of course, you're an expert. Well, I'm counting on you. So we got another pretty creepy mask here. This is Cafe's mask, and we're going to use it to gather some information about the mayor's wife's lost son, also the mayor's son, and he's a pretty important character. He's actually involved in the biggest side quest in the game, and it's a really cool, interesting one that'll take us a long time to complete. We're going to have to wait till later in the game before we can do the whole thing, but it's good to grab some of this stuff early on. Here we go, and there's a room back here. I think this is actually where they sleep. I'm going to check around for some clues. I'll also put this mask onto... Oop, we don't want to play some songs right now. I'm going to put my Cafe mask on one of my buttons so we can easily pop it on and off and creep people out. There we go. Oop, yep, there is something back here. Yeah, Cafe's diary. The wedding ceremony is soon. It might be early, but I finished my wedding mask. I wonder if Andrew has made hers. She tends to do things at the last minute, so probably not. There's a gathering of the fellows at the milk bar tonight. I plan to show off my wedding mask and talk about my sweetheart as best I can. So, we got a little bit of info about him. He likes to drink milk and hang out at the bar. And also, he was going to get married to someone named Anju. We're going to meet her later. But for now, let's head out here and go see... Oh, jeez. He's trying to sweet-talk the receptionist. Let's go meet the mayor as well, since we're here already, and see what's going on. Oh, this music. I think this pretty much only plays in this room. It's kind of a cool little song. Something's going down. What's happening? Most of the townsfolk have already taken shelter without waiting for the mayor's orders. The only ones left are public servants and committee members. Mr. Mayor and Carnival Committee members, please order those who remain to evacuate. Well. You cowards! Do you actually believe the moon will fall? Confused townfolk simply caused a panic by believing this ridiculous, groundless theory. The soldiers couldn't prevent the panic, but outside the town walls is where the danger is. You want answers? The answer is that the carnival should not be cancelled. Isn't that right, Mr. Mayor? Well. Are you serious, Muto? It seems the giant chunk of rock above us hasn't caught your eye. At this time every year, we are overrun by tourists. So why is the town empty? Clearly it's your job to ensure the carnival's operation, but that's only if people are here for it. Don't drag the merchants and soldiers into this. If the soldiers wish to run, then run, Viscount. We councilmen will stick to tradition. This carnival will be a success. I've never heard of an defense unit abandoning its town. Madame Aroma would surely say the same thing, wouldn't she, Mayor Daughter? Let's not bring my wife into this. I like how the mayor is only concerned about whether his wife is going to be mad or not. So yeah, this is the mayor. He's the most influential person in town, but he's kind of a coward a little bit. He doesn't seem to know which stance to take. Should he side with the committee trying to get the carnival running and act like the moon isn't falling, or should he side with the soldiers trying to protect the people? Ooh, there's a nice little model of Clocktown here. Awesome. Alright. Yeah, there's so many little details. I don't know if that model was... It might have been there before, but it's a lot nicer looking. And there's a poster over here. We just learned about these guys. The Indigogos, the Zora band that's revived the deep sea sound with its famous song, will be playing the Carnival of Time. Contact Madame Aroma regarding performances and details. So, it doesn't sound like they're going to be playing anymore. There's the postman going about his duties, checking all the little post boxes. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Next time, we're going to head out into Termina Field and towards the first dungeon in the game. And please leave a like if you enjoyed this. I will see you guys next time for some more Majora's Mask 3D. Goodbye!